Legend of Zelda superfan posts side-by-side comparison of A Link to the Past and Echoes of Wisdom, showing how similar the two Nintendo games are. The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Games. So I seen this video and I thought it was pretty interesting. It was one of those things that kind of bummed me out a little bit because I'm gonna be honest, when they did announce that they were gonna be coming out with Echoes of Wisdom, where you were gonna be playing as Zelda in this like cartoonish kind of style that they did in for Link's Awakening, I was really hoping they would have done a remake for A Link to the Past, just because those are one of the games that I played like a long time ago, but I never actually got to like complete. So I was really hoping with a Link's Awakening that they were gonna be able to actually eventually come out with A Link to the Past in this style. The fact that they came out with Echoes of Wisdom kind of leaves me a little bit in doubt, just because of some of the stuff that is mentioned inside of this article here. So who knows? Maybe they do decide to come out with it, but at this point, I kind of have the feeling that it's really unlikely. So we'll go ahead and check out the article here, and then we'll check out the video that was posted. So a genius Legend of Zelda fan has compiled various clips from A Link to the Past and Echoes of Wisdom to show off the similarities between the two Nintendo games. And boy, are there a good few. In a YouTube video showcasing the clips side by side, Rebecca Stone highlights portions of both games' maps to portray just how similar regions of Echoes of Wisdom are to the 1991 classic. Despite some of the changes to the terrain, the newer game's Hyrule is evidently the very same one fans grew to love decades ago. It seems there is just one major difference. Kakariko Village is no longer where it used to be. As longtime Zelda players point out in the comments, there are what appears to be ruins in the spot that housed Kakariko Village in A Link to the Past. There are lots of other cool details to note too. For instance, as one fan explained, the Gorons, Caesora, Deku Scrubs, and Gerudo all live outside of A Link to the Past portion of the map, which retrospectively would explain why they weren't present in A Link to the Past. So, I mean, I think that's pretty cool, but that's kind of the main reason why I don't think they would actually come out with A Link to the Past. Just because if they did, it would be one of those things they'd have to make the map smaller. And I don't know how that would go, like how that would bode well with fans. Because it is one of those things, obviously, when you do come out with, let's say, like a remake or like a sequel, you do want to expand on it and you do want to, like, kind of have it grow. So the fact that they have it so that it is one of those things that some certain areas aren't available as they are in Echoes of Wisdom, I feel like that'll turn off quite a bit of players because they would probably want to be able to see that same type of expansion. So the fact that they don't have it included, I feel like that really just leaves me at least in the dark, thinking that they're probably not going to come out with a remake for A Link to the Past. We'll go ahead and read these last two paragraphs, and then we'll check out the video. It's true. Clouds also surround the outskirts of the older game's map, which land nothingness visible beyond them. They likely left room for Echoes of Wisdom's own, more expanded map. Another interesting reference to the recent game's predecessor brought up by a commenter reveals that digging in the place where you find the Ocarina in A Link to the Past gets you a Might Crystal in Echoes of Wisdom. And it's one of those things too, because there was part of me that was kind of wondering if Echoes of Wisdom did take part after A Link to the Past. So I feel like that would kind of bode well with this little mention right here in this comment. The fact that the Ocarina is where you would get the Might Crystal. So it could be one of those things like it's later on in the timeline or whatnot, so that Link already got the Ocarina and he already has it, so that when Zelda does go back, there is something else there besides what players are used to. So I think that's really cool, but it is one of those things. Like I said, I feel like it leaves A Link to the Past in the dark. And then let's go ahead and check out the video, and we'll see the side by side comparison. And then again, Rebecca Stone is the YouTuber that posted this. So if anyone wants to go check it out, you can go ahead and make sure give her a shout. Yeah, I think this is so cool, man. The fact that they have this side by side and it actually matches up with the layout, I think that's awesome. I think that's freaking really cool that they were able to do that. There are some portions you'll see as well that are a little bit different. So like right here, Link can be able to just go right through. There isn't anything. There's a bridge later on for Zelda. But yeah, if they were to do a remake, I feel like this would work really well to be able to keep all these same locations and everything very similar to what it is. You seeing this? It really bums me out. I'm like really like, man, I really wish they would just come out with a Link to the Past type of remake. But who knows? I think it would be awesome too if they did decide, since they did do this type of game style for a Link's Awakening and then Echoes of Wisdom, if they did decide to do another remake for a Link to the Past, well, a remake for the Link to the Past, but do it in a different type of style. But I don't know. I feel like Nintendo is kind of real set on doing this kind of like cartoonish look for now. So who knows as far as like the next mainline game that goes out, because I'm pretty sure there was rumors that if they did decide to come out with another Zelda game, more than likely it would kind of have more of like a realistic kind of look to it, more like Twilight Princess, if I'm not mistaken. But again, those are just rumors, so there's no guarantee of what's happening in that regard. And then seeing the similarities is so cool. And another thing too that I was kind of hoping was that maybe one day they do decide to actually do a remake for the first Legend of Zelda. I know a lot of people out there mention that Breath of the Wild was kind of a spiritual remake to the first Legend of Zelda game, but I would really prefer if they actually did like a full-on remake. So either if it was in like I mentioned before, either like a Twilight Princess type of graphics, or if they even decided to do the cartoonish one like this, I wouldn't mind that at all. But I feel like if anything, chances are they would probably want to do more of the cartoonish look to it, just because it would match so well with the top-down kind of view and everything like that. This section, check out. So yeah, I love this, man. I think this is so cool. Yeah, I also do like the fact that there are other sections in the Echoes of Wisdom that you can actually get past that you can't really do in A Link to the Past. So I think that's awesome as well. I think there's like one other portion that they kind of show off a little bit. So yeah. And as you can see, the way that the stairs are broken down and everything, and you can't get inside of the actual location, like the buildings or whatnot. I think it's one of those things that, for me, at least in my head canon, it is one of those things where Echoes of Wisdom definitely takes part after A Link to the Past. And that's pretty much, I like to picture that A Link to the Past Link is the one that actually goes up against Ganon, which leads to the events that cause Echoes of Wisdom to partake. And I know, obviously, in A Link to the Past, you kind of defeat Ganon on your own way, but still, like I said, headcanon. And so yeah, so that's pretty much it for that. I thought this was really cool. I think this is awesome how they were able to do a side-by-side comparison. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you guys like this? Do you guys wish that they would actually come out with the Link to the Past remake? And if they did, would you want it something with like more like kind of updated graphics, or would you guys want it in this kind of cartoonish look? So those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you guys could like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys have been watching this long, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And yeah, until next time, Harmonic out. Peace.